Hey everybody, it's Elizabeth. Thanks for tuning in today. If you're tuning in right now, be sure to like and share the video, and don't forget to like Mountain Fun Life here on Facebook. We really appreciate all the growth that we're having. We've got a lot of exciting things coming up, new shows, so definitely stay tuned. And without further ado, let's roll that intro. Hey everybody, it's Elizabeth, the owner of Smoky Magic Media, a social media marketing company here in the Smoky Mountain area. I like to bring you guys different tips, helpful information, stuff that you're able to use for your business. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about utilizing the tools that you have online for your business. Different industries have different tools available sometimes, not just social media. There may be a certain site that's associated with your industry. You know, things such as Angie's List or maybe Wedding Wire if you're in the wedding industry. So you can utilize those as well as social media and blogging. You'll want to be able to cross-post if you can, share your posts on different sites. All of that's really important, but the key to that, of course, is always going to be great content. You need great content in order to share it. Great content is what keeps people engaged, excited. That's what gets people sharing that content and talking about it. So first off, you have to have the content to share. If you're a photographer, one of the best ways is having your own images. I mean, you're able to have fantastic images. And when you have a lot of them, the key is which do you use? Which do you use when? How do you use them? Which platforms do you use them on? So that can be the challenge on figuring out what you want to be able to focus on. And that's why I have my next guest on. I'm really excited because they are killing it on social media. A lot going on with them, and they have standout, fantastic images. So thanks, Al, for coming on the show.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Al has Mile Marker Images, and so let us know about Mile Marker Images. What sets you guys apart from other photography companies locally?
Well, first of all, we try to tell the story of your wedding day, no matter how big, how small. People will often ask me, what's your style? My style is my couple's style. I try to work with them and determine how we can tell their story of their wedding day.
So if they've got something more formal, the style may be a little bit more formal, but if they're more laid back, bohemian, that type of vibe, then that's what you're capturing.
That's right.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, we work really hard to make sure early on in the process that we are a good fit with our couples as well, because I have a lot of energy. I like to be kind of all over the place, and that can be disruptive or maybe not a good fit. And I try to let them know, like, make sure you love your photographer because they're going to be with you all day. Exactly, exactly.
So are you able to start with them early in the morning, get those shots of the bride getting ready and everything, and then go throughout the day?
Yeah. That's what we love to do. That's our perfect client, is when we can tell the full story of the day. It doesn't always work out that way, but we like to be able to see the girls getting together, hair and makeup, silly, drinking different fun teas and coffees and whatever, and then their moms and dads come in, and even the mom with the groom early in the morning can be a special moment. Man.
It's all part of their special day, being able to capture all those moments, because you know the ceremony only lasts so long, but really and truly that whole day.
Yeah, it's a full celebration.
Yeah, absolutely. Now you do different weddings in multiple locations. You don't use just one place. Tell us a little bit about that. Do you have a favorite? Do you have one that just really inspires you to visit?
Well, we're talking about marketing, social media, blogging, and I'm currently writing a blog about a wedding we did at the end of April in the new Sacred Heart Cathedral in Knoxville. It was a very large, brand new, amazing structure. Think what you saw in the royal wedding, but about a quarter of the scale. I mean, it's really, and the name of the blog post is A Wedding of Grand Proportions, and it's a 150-foot aisle, cathedral veil behind it. Yeah, it's amazing. And so that's recent. That's kind of my favorite, but I will always say my favorite will be the next one, because the next one holds its own set of challenges and rewards.
Yeah, and do you go up into the park? Do you do things like that also?
Yes, we have the permit to work in the national park, so we use that 2 or 3 times a year, not a lot, but we like those quiet, intimate moments. We have one coming up out at the Ike LaGuire Cemetery overlooking Cades Cove, which is a very intimate, very beautiful place, and there'll only be like 8 people there, so it's the exact opposite of the cathedral wedding.
Well, sometimes for those smaller weddings, though, I mean, when you've got the grandness of the mountains and everything, and just the simple ceremony, it can be really impactful.
Right.
And so something like that can be beautiful. One of the things that I appreciate about you guys is you'll post this one really standout image from a wedding, and it's like, wow, you know, I want to see all the rest of the photos, but that one standout image just draws you in.
Yeah, another thing that we try to do regarding the standout image, we have some goals when we start out during the day of images that we know that we want to get, if we can get them. We don't try to stage them, we know we kind of have a shot list that we're looking for. For example, we did a wedding at the U.S. Marine Museum in Quantico, Virginia back in December, and the groom wore his Marine uniform.
Right.
And in the back of my head, I'm like, I want an officer and a gentleman. I want that pose, you know, but I didn't want to force it. Luckily, somewhere throughout the day, the groom just scooped up his bride and carried her. It was awesome, and it was cold, but she had her shoes off. It was an amazing photo. And I asked them that day, can I share that on social media right now? And they're like, oh yeah, because I showed it to them in the camera, and I pulled it off my camera and immediately put it out on social media. And those are things that people really enjoyed, not just my followers on social media, but their families that at the wedding, they immediately liked my pages and began to share me.
They see it right away, and it gets that excitement and keeps that engagement going. That's the whole thing, is being able to capitalize on a moment, you know, where if you're able to share something right after the event takes place, that's when people are just anxious. They want to see it. They can't wait. So you want to capitalize on that excitement right then and there.
We live in instant gratification.
Yes.
we live in instant gratification for sure. That blog post that I'm writing right now, I would have loved to had it out sooner, but it is wedding season right now too, and so
you're busy.
Yeah, we had 11 weddings in the month of May, and those clients, I need to get their photos to them. We also, one of the things that sets us apart, we give 30 to 50 photos, sneak peek, 72 hours after the wedding to fulfill that instant gratification. And that means coming to work really early on a Monday morning if it's a Saturday wedding and cranking through all the pictures and finding the ones that will tell the story.
You want to get to them. Wow.
That's right.
That's really impressive that you do that and you offer that, because sometimes, I mean, you're waiting a week, maybe 2 weeks, you know, before you see something, depending on your photographer and how busy they are. So being able to get a little sneak peek and something that, you know, satisfies that curiosity and that need to see something right then is pretty awesome that you're able to do that.
We also delivered the entire set. Our target is 1 month. On their 1 month anniversary, I like to send my couples, hey, here's the link to all your images. Thanks very much. Happy 1 month anniversary. And that also really helps, because they will go out and start, once I deliver that full set, they'll start sharing files. Now, I also, regarding marketing and social media, I create a complete second set of images that are optimized for social media for my clients. They have high resolution print files. That way, if they want to upload all their photos, I had one bride upload 600 some odd photos. Took about 15 minutes, only 15 minutes, because they're optimized for social media. And she wanted all of them out there. She created a wedding album, and that's awesome, because my logo is on every one of them.
Exactly.
And because I work with that instant gratification model, they tag me. They tag my business. It's
all part of your branding, because you know, you've got it right there. It's all tied in, so that no matter where they're shared, no matter who's looking at it, that works for you. I mean, that's the thing with social media, is you've got to look at branding and your content. Your content is so important on what you're doing. So when you've got those images that people there was one, I believe she was in, it reminded me of like Belle from Beauty and the Beast or something, that image. It was so gorgeous.
That's the cover image of all of my marketing right now.
So beautiful, and I remember, you know, I shared it because I thought it was gorgeous. I saw lots of other of my friends share it.
Thank you.
And, you know, none of us are planning a wedding. None of us are getting married anytime soon, but we saw it and we loved it and we shared it. And that's the thing with, you know, great content and something is that you want it, anybody, no matter who's looking at it, that they just love it so much they have to share it.
Right.
And that's the key that, you know, with those unique, beautiful, captivating images that you've got.
The other thing that I don't know if it's talked about in other industries, I know how the wedding industry works. We work hard to make sure that we tag the florist, the caterer, the cake maker, the venue, all those people that it really takes all those people to make a wedding, whoever's working, and we try to make sure that we tag those people as well because they're appreciative. If you're a cake maker, you don't get much glory, but if I can put up a picture of an amazing cake,
and tag them in it,
they love it too, so that's super helpful.
Yeah, I think that any industry that works with a lot of other people to make something happen should be doing that. I do see that a lot with the wedding industry, and a lot of people are really good about that. You know, the venue, the florist, you know, even the hair and makeup, and being able to tag that too, which keeps everybody tied in together, and it's good networking, it's smart, and it helps. So I think that any industry that works with multiple people should be doing that. But the wedding industry has been doing that really well, and a lot of local photographers and local venues, I see them being able to give credit where credit is due, and that's really important.
I will say Knoxville and the Smoky Mountain region has a very close-knit family of people who are wedding professionals, that this is their thing. They're not working at the bank and then we're doing weddings on the weekend. It's their thing. That's what they do. And we all look out for one another. We all try to protect, you know, others' reputations and stuff. And I don't know if it's like that in the rest of the world. I belong to a few social media groups that are kind of closed groups, and I'm constantly finding out that our part of the world is a little more competitive and a little more protective, which I like both of those.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, you've got the people that you know and trust, and those are the ones that you're going to work with. And if something happens, because with weddings, something always happens, right?
Oh, yeah.
You've got somebody to fall back on if you need somebody, too. So that's a great part about being able to network. And, you know, people are going to want to network with you when you're actually able to share stuff and tag them and everything. So you guys are doing a fantastic job with your social media, everything you're doing with digital marketing, everything online. So what's the best way for people to contact you? How can they look you up if they want to see these amazing images?
Milemmarkerimages.com is my website. We also have the wedding blog that's part of that website. I am on Facebook as Mile Marker Images. I'm on Instagram as Mile Marker Images. I'm on Twitter as Mile Marker Images. I'm the only man you probably will see that has a couple of hundred wedding photos in a Pinterest board.
There you go.
But we do that also for our clients' sake. When I'm a contributor on a Pinterest board so that I can help my clients navigate their wedding day with the pictures they want. They can tag me and show me what's important to them.
Super, super smart way of doing it. So go to milemarkerimages.com if you guys want to see all the social media links are on there, the blog, all these fantastic photos. So take a look at it. Thank you so much, Al, for coming on and being able to talk about your business. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Keep in mind, great content, and stay tuned for more shows.